You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise. And we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, music, health, and wellness.
Well, we have a great show for you today.
Yes, we do.
Our guests today are a group called Blues in Disguise. It's TJ Nix and Paul Palmieri.
Nope, Paul Palmieri. Get it right, buddy.
Palmieri.
Yep.
Well, they have shared the stage with greats such as Johnny Winter, Marshall Tucker.
Oh, let me say this one.
Okay.
And the fabulous Thunderbirds, just to mention a few. And they're so awesome. Wait till you hear them. Oh my God.
They're going to be with us a little bit later on today.
Yes, they are.
So stay tuned for them. But today, and right now, we're going to be talking about the tongue patch.
The tongue patch?
The tongue patch.
The tongue patch. What is the tongue patch?
The tongue patch is a 10-minute surgery that can help you lose 18 to 22 pounds.
It's called the tongue patch?
The tongue patch.
Where did you learn about this?
I just am a wealth of information.
Oh, I want to hear about this tongue patch. Shoot, go.
Doctors sew a rigid square mesh patch to the top of your tongue.
Are you kidding me?
No, I am not.
Really?
A rigid square mesh patch. It's sewn on the top of your tongue, and it makes it very, very painful to swallow solid foods.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Now,
so how do you chew? There are questions that I have about this.
I have the answers.
Okay.
I told you I'm a wealth of information today.
Okay. I don't know if I can ask some of these questions about, you do certain things with your tongue. So I'm curious, how would certain things happen if you have a tongue patch sewn on it?
Well, you must follow a very strict liquid protein diet.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I can understand that could be beneficial. I'm just curious, what if something touches your tongue? Wouldn't your tongue hurt?
Yes. It doesn't hurt until you swallow.
Oh my gosh. That could be a big problem.
Well, it's an 800 calorie a day diet for 1 month, 30 days.
And then they take the patch off?
Oh, what are you getting ahead of me here?
I always get ahead. I can't help it.
Yes, for 30 days, and 30 days only, the doctor removes the patch right after 30 days, and you're probably about 20 pounds thinner.
Okay, so it only hurts to swallow then.
Only hurts to swallow. You don't even know. Well, in the beginning, when you talk, it's almost like getting a tongue piercing. So you talk a little bit like that a little bit in the beginning.
What? I didn't understand you.
Nobody understands you when you first get your tongue patch.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have to say, this is interesting news.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know where you found this tongue patch thing, but my gosh, that was great.
Is that any better or worse than the lap band?
I don't think so. Actually, you know what? It's probably less invasive.
Much.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably less invasive, but I don't know. I don't know if I could. I talk so much that I don't know if I can't help it. But I don't know if I could handle having a tongue patch and also not being able to swallow or hurting when it swallows. I mean, that could be a problem for me.
You can chew, but you can't swallow.
Wow. So I guess you'd have to spit a lot.
I guess you do. Where are you going with that, young lady?
I'm just saying.
This procedure sounds very barbaric to me, but they say this procedure jumpstarts a lasting weight loss if combined with a 45-minute cardio workout.
You're really going to want to exercise when you can't even swallow? I mean, you're having trouble swallowing and speaking, and I'm thinking, I don't care. If you have a tongue patch, I'm thinking you're going to have trouble chewing.
Well, it's almost like wiring your jaw shut.
I know somebody who did that.
Tell us about it.
I know somebody who actually did that. She wired her mouth shut. She can only sip through a straw. I couldn't even imagine that either, but it didn't hurt.
Can you do that to your girlfriend?
You
if
could
she
if you
talks
want.
too much?
Oh,
What about your what about your co-host?
That's terrible.
Can you wire their?
I think that you're saying something not very nice right now.
I was just asking because I've heard
guess
people.
You could.
I've heard people talk about other people, and I was just curious.
And you were talking about your co-hosts?
Not my co-hosts. There were like other co-hosts.
You were okay.
Yes.
Other co-hosts talk too much?
Yeah. I don't you think, Stephen, our producer, you have any other
Do you think I talk
hosts?
too much, Stephen?
I don't know about talking too much. I love every second of it. But I'm just thinking, if you had your jaw wired shut, milkshakes for days. That's all I have is milk.
I could see
milkshakes,
where
protein shakes.
I could see where
Yeah.
a young guy would like that, but I don't know. I would be very upset if I had my jaw wired shut. If I
Yeah.
couldn't speak, that would be upsetting to me.
I can imagine that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I talk a lot. I
Yes.
mean, I didn't think I talked too much. But
No.
I don't do anything too much, do I?
Well, believe it or not, thousands of these procedures have been performed in Venezuela.
Okay, have they been successful?
Yes, they have. Everyone who has had their
They lost the weight
they definitely
and they
lost the
kept
weight.
it off?
They kept it off. What it's like anything else. You did not put the weight on quickly.
Right.
You don't necessarily
But-
lose it quickly.
But 18 to 22 pounds in a month is quite a bit of weight.
That's
so
a-
that's great.
That's a lot of weight. But I believe that you still need to follow up with a way to continue or to train yourself to eat differently, because you're going from
Absolutely.
eating junk to,
Oh, no,
to
no.
nothing.
That's like with anything, though. I mean, you have to be consistent and you have to follow the right way, especially when it comes to losing weight. If you want it to be a lasting effect, which we both know can be difficult, you really have to be careful with that. And you have to have the right amount of protein. You have to have everything in moderation, and you have to drink a lot of water.
Yes, you do.
I think that would be difficult with the tongue patch,
But-
especially since you'd be,
You can't
You
be
know.
eating Burger King every time you turn around.
well, you're
and-
not going to be able to eat very much of anything with that tongue patch.
No, nothing. After the tongue patch is removed.
Oh,
You
yeah.
really, and this is where I believe that some type of, I don't know if I want to call it therapy or just guidance in how to eat and what not to eat. Would you agree?
I definitely agree. I
Well-
definitely agree.
Well, the cost of this procedure is $2,000.
Wow.
The results, priceless.
Absolutely. Hey, if it lasts and it works, that's wonderful.
Stay right where you're at. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with plenty more ahead. Don't touch that dial.
Fabulous.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got static? Does your hair fly away? Prioritize and winterize. Spritz your hairbrush, comb through, and now you're ionized. Say hello to beautiful.
Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back. You're listening to Trend Radio with Anthony Vincent and Elise. Elise,
What?
what do you've got some fabulous beauty tips that you'd like to share with us today.
They're really not beauty tips. It's sort of like a little bit of a makeup look, a great day look. It's just very girly and minimal and clean and neat. It's the way my makeup is.
Ah, always perfect.
I know.
Always beautiful.
Fabulous.
Always
But anyway,
on time.
let me just tell you about it, okay? It's really basically just a bold, matte lip, because this way your lips look fabulous, not too shiny, not screaming, but just bold and there. You know, everybody can really see them.
I love bold lips.
I know you do. So basically, you want to just pick a color that matches your skin tone and also the season. This way it goes with your clothing and it goes with your look and you're just gorgeous. Then you want to just sweep on a little mascara, a little soft taupe shadow, just to enhance your eye. You don't, with the bold lip, you don't really need a smoky, intense eye. You just kind of want to enhance it a little bit. But you do want to have a bold eyebrow, ladies. You want to fill them in. It frames the windows to your soul. Really makes your eyes pop. And it really does give you a younger look. Then, and here's the best part, you can take this day look right to the evening. Give it a little twilight. And when I say twilight, I mean a little shimmer on the lips, shimmer on the eyes. You're shiny, you're fabulous. You look gorgeous. Walk in anywhere. See what I'm saying?
Sounds absolutely beautiful.
It'll look great on you, too.
I doubt it.
It's minimal. What are you talking about?
I'm more of a ruggedly handsome type of guy.
Well, I know how you love the lips and the lashes, so I thought maybe you might want to enhance your own.
I love it on the ladies, not myself.
I get it.
My lips are made for talking.
Oh, are they? You do that. You do a lot of talking. You were complaining before about how much I talk. You talk a lot. Listen, don't you hear him talking throughout this show?
God gave me 2 ears and 1 tongue. That means he wants me to listen twice as much as he wants me to talk.
Then you shouldn't talk as much as you do.
I can't do that around you.
You need a tongue patch then.
I'm going to give you a tongue patch.
Yeah, you're going to give me a tongue patch? I don't want a tongue patch. All right. Another thing you have to do, ladies, and this is very important. When you get home from whatever you're doing at night, wash your face. Definitely you need to wash your face. So I know you're tired. I know you had a really long day and you just want to fall into bed. But then it's not good for your skin. So you want to use a cream cleanser to remove even the lightest makeup. And a cream cleanser because it's not drying for your skin. You don't want that dry skin. You don't want to wrinkle up before you need to wrinkle up. Okay, so always moisturize and hydrate. And you know what I mean when I say hydrate, I say it all the time. Water, water, water. So drink plenty of water, use a cream cleanser, and you're fabulous.
Yeah, I've heard that the skin has the ability to absorb the water that we put on it, as well as the moisturizers.
Yes, it does.
But to keep it in the skin, I've read things about putting baby oil over top, almost like to seal in the moisture of the skin.
I wouldn't do that, but you can do that. I mean, there are different kinds of oils that you can use. I don't know that baby oil is your best bet, though. It's for babies. It's true.
Yeah, but if your skin is...
Yeah, but that could actually clog your pores.
Really? Okay.
It could.
So you're telling... I did not know that.
It's
I
the
did not
truth.
know that.
Yeah, vitamin E oil, that wouldn't clog your pores.
Okay.
But baby oil could.
Okay, so no baby oil.
You want to put that on
vitamin E
your
oil.
baby's bottom.
Well, about skin, you may know or may not know that taking aspirin at night will help your beauty benefits.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You're probably already aware of the aspirin's ability to ward off heart attack and stroke.
Thin the blood, yeah.
Yes, it does.
That I know.
Yes. And maybe you pop an aspirin while you're taking your other vitamins in the morning. And when you take it, this aspirin has a powerful, people don't know this, powerful cancer preventive effects.
Aspirin does? Really?
It really does. It prevents against colon, rectal, and esophageal cancers.
Wow.
Even prostate and breast cancer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, is this regular aspirin or baby aspirin?
This could be either.
Really?
Yeah. But you take it at night. The benefits of taking it at nighttime, as the body is resting,
right?
The ingredients in the aspirin actually work with with your other body
See, now
parts.
this is really great information. Yeah, no, when you're sleeping at night, that's when your body does most of its healing. So that's why it would be more beneficial to have it at night. So that's amazing though that they have that. That was in a study, I assume, but
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Now, here are 2 fun facts
about aspirin.
About aspirin. Okay, you make this, and it's over the counter, baby aspirin. Cut an aspirin in half. You make it part of your daily ritual. You might not know it can slow down the aging and prevent acne.
Really? It
Yes.
prevents acne too?
It prevents acne
So it's
also.
good for your skin.
Yes. And
wow.
And the time of day, as I said earlier, nighttime is better. Now, aspirin slows down the skin aging. It prevents acne. And this magic...
And
cancers. The magic lies in its inflammation-fighting abilities.
I love this.
Yeah. Inflammation, you may or may not know, takes a toll on your skin in a variety of ways.
I think inflammation takes a toll on everything, though.
Yeah, and if you remember one of our earlier shows, we've talked about anti-inflammatory foods,
Right, right.
Yeah, so...
So now, you know what? This is perfect for the people with the tongue patch. You know why? You don't have to eat. You just swallow the little one pill, and you're perfect.
Well, you're going to have to let that dissolve under your tongue because, remember, it hurts to swallow.
I understand it hurts, but you have to swallow eventually.
Well, not only does inflammation take a toll on your skin with acne, also rosacea, visible signs of aging like wrinkles and
Remember,
sagging
we talked
skin.
about rosacea?
Yes, we did. We talked about that in an earlier show.
Yeah.
And collagen is the key to keeping your skin younger. Collagen helps it to look full, smoother, and elastic. Now, when that breaks down, your skin starts to sag and, you wrinkle and you look much less vibrant.
And the aspirin helps this too?
Absolutely. This high level of inflammation causes a faster rate of collagen breakdown.
Wow.
Which accelerates the aging look. So the aspirin, anti-inflammatory, less breakdown of collagen, and more beautiful, vibrant-looking skin.
Wow. That's amazing.
Alrighty, if you're just tuning in now, we are Trend Radio, and we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, music, health, and wellness.
Remember, tune in to Trend Radio every Saturday at 10 a.m. with us, Anthony and Elise.
You'll be glad you did.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
And you're back, and you're listening to Trend Radio with me, that's Elise, and Anthony, who's sitting right next to me and being extremely funny today.
We have plenty more ahead, so don't touch that dial. What we're going to find out right now.
We are?
Well, yeah. We're going to find out why you're still single.
Well, I'm not.
Either am I. So sorry, guys and gals, we are taken.
We are. We are. Sad for all of you. Anyway, here are a couple of reasons why, though, that you're still single. Well, you want to talk about the first reason?
Well, you're probably ignoring your relationship needs.
What do you think your relationship needs are also?
Oh.
It's important.
Yeah.
That's not for you to answer. That's for them to actually answer.
Well, thank you. Whew, I was sweating for a minute there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you need to actually look inside yourself and figure out what your needs are. Don't ignore what your needs are, because then no one's going to know what your needs are if you don't know what they are.
That's right. That is the first step into fixing any problem.
With anything, you have to know
the problem.
Know what, and then you have to come up with a solution for that.
Yeah.
So
if you're the type of person that, friends or coworkers call you and say, hey, we're going out for a drink, we're going to go here, we're going to do that, and you always have an excuse. I got to work tonight.
I can't.
I'm tired.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah, I need to get my studying done. If there's always an excuse,
that's a problem.
Yes.
And also, here's a really big one. I love this one. You're too quick to decide whether you like someone. What is that? You don't know somebody upon meeting them. You really don't. I understand sometimes there's not a connection, but
you only have one opportunity to make a first impression.
Absolutely.
So it better be a good one. And it's amazing how behaviors change on these first dates, and either how bad they are, or you'd think you'd want to put your best foot forward, but a lot of times people do not.
That's true. But this is why it's really important. Go with a 2-date rule. Because the first time you might be a little nervous. They might be a little nervous. Give them a break. Give yourself a break. Definitely give yourself a chance. I mean, if you know right off the bat, never again, all right, that's strong. But
everybody is nervous on the first date. If people flub up, if they...
Flub?
Flub.
I like that word, flub.
Flub. Came out in the 60s with flubber.
Oh, flubber.
Yes, it's a combination of rubber and flub. Flubber.
I like it.
Yeah, people are nervous on their first date, guys and gals. Hey, gals, give the guy a chance. Guys are usually dumb in this area
I agree.
here. Yeah.
Yes, give the guy a chance.
Yeah.
Don't complain if you don't like his shoes either. I heard that from somebody once. I can't ever go out with him again. Why not? I didn't like his shoes. What do you mean you didn't like his shoes? Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Now I could see if you didn't shower, you didn't put on clean clothes, then that's definitely a no-no as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that would definitely be a deal breaker.
Way back when, in my early days as a hairstylist, I was single, and my friends all wanted me to meet this gal. She was so beautiful. She had such long hair. It was
Did she smell?
So silky, so shiny.
Did she smell?
Well, a minute. I'm getting to that part.
I'm just curious.
Oh, you're always jumping in my story over here.
I love to.
I
love to jump in your story.
I was in high school. The girl was beautiful, and she was nice, and she did have long, silky, shiny hair. All my friends thought she'd be the perfect date for me. And we went out, and she was very, very nice. And her hair was long and silky and shiny.
You said that like 3 times about her hair.
Because...
I think he's got a thing for hair.
Yeah. Yes, I do. As a matter
Thank you,
of fact.
Stephen. Thank God he's a hairstylist.
Hair has made me the man I am today.
All right, let's get back to this girl.
The girl. Well...
And her perfect hair.
It wasn't quite perfect. It wasn't her day to wash her hair.
Ew.
Yes.
She went out on a date without washing her hair?
She went out on a date with Anthony Vincent without washing her hair.
Oh, God. Shame on you, lady. Look what you're missing.
I'm sitting next to her, and I don't know if you all know that or not, but unfreshly washed hair has a particular aroma or fragrance to it.
Oh my God. I can't believe you.
It does.
Oh my God.
So gals, if you are going, so I'm sitting here smelling this dirty hair.
Okay, wait a second.
It turned me off.
In all, I'm sure that it did. In all fairness, let's go into this for just 1 second. Ladies, sometimes I understand you don't wash your hair. You don't want to dry it out, but there is something called dry shampoo. Okay. And that will absolutely take away any aroma that would not be friendly for a date. And it would also give your hair a nice clean scent and a little bit of poof, if you will, a little volume. So go with that if you're not going to wash your hair. Definitely don't pull the Anthony Vincent bad date thing. Yeah.
I never did go out with the girl again.
I'm sure you didn't.
I think I was a little shallow back in those days.
You don't need to have the 2-date rule for someone that smells. Okay? You don't want to suck in that bad aroma. Okay. Now, back to why you're single. You feel no one is ever good enough for you. Okay? And you're comparing everyone to your ideal without giving them a chance.
And ladies, don't compare your date to your daddy. No one can live up to your daddy.
I guess that depends on the daddy. Okay, moving forward.
All right. Now,
there's another one for you.
If you're not over your ex, don't talk about him. That's the last thing we want to hear out on a date is all about your ex. And it makes you sound bad. Makes you sound like you haven't got over him.
Yeah,
and that you're
makes you
angry
like
and that you hate men.
And it makes you sound like you're not ready to move forward. And you know what? It's
you're
okay.
not ready.
You might not be. You might not be.
Yeah,
but
if you're not over your ex, you are not ready to move.
go back to, you need to figure out what's going on with you.
That's right. That's right. If you have a bad attitude, if you've become bitter and angry and set in your ways,
you're going to end up an old maid.
Yes, you will. An old crone.
Oh, a shrew.
A dried up prune in the old folks' home.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. And for you guys, you're going to be very, very lonely.
Yes, you will.
Yes. We don't want that. So really, just, work on yourselves, and then you'll be able to work on each other.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got limp locks? Wake that dead, lifeless hair. Use the right bodybuilding products. Texturize, and what a surprise. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
And we're back. You're listening to Trend Radio. And Elise, would you like to introduce our guests?
I would. We are here today with TJ Nix and Paul Plummery, Blues in Disguise. Hey, guys.
Good morning, Elise.
Good morning.
How you doing?
We're doing good today.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Hey, good is good. That's good. So tell us about yourselves. Tell us about Blues in Disguise.
Well, Blues in Disguise is a band that we, the name of the band from a song that we had put on our first CD. We decided to name the band after it. The group, was put together back in 2009, 2010. When did we get together, Paul?
Well, I think it was late in 2009 that rehearsals actually started.
Yeah.
And then it was recorded at the beginning of 2010, the CD.
Did you guys know each other before that?
Yeah, long before.
At least 40 years, I think now.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Very
Early
nice.
70s, yeah.
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 Oh, that's
your
great.
CD is absolutely fabulous. We've been playing cuts from it throughout our show.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
We
Thank
love it. We love it. We love the music.
So glad you made it to the live presentation.
Yeah.
We
Did you enjoy the show?
loved it. We
The
loved
show
you guys.
was magnificent. First of all, I think you got the greatest voice. You
Thank
really
you.
do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And I'm telling you, both of you are really soulful, especially for a couple of white guys from Trenton. You know,
Yeah, we grew up on that side of the track.
yeah.
It's all good.
yeah, we were very, very impressed. It was a great crowd, and really very, very mixed. There was a little bit of everybody, a little bit of all ages, and I found that very interesing.
Yeah,
That was awesome. Yeah.
We found that a lot of different groups, age groups have been coming out to see us, and I may even get fan mail, from down in Florida and Canada from 16, 17-year-old people, kids.
Wow.
It's and then of course we played the blues for all these years.
Why?
It's still rubs off on people, young guys.
Why the blues? Why the blues?
Paul, you handle that one, buddy.
Well, the blues kind of chooses you.
You don't choose it. It chooses you.
I think so.
Look at him, Anthony. He's sitting here with his glasses. He's got his sunglasses on.
These guys are the coolest
he's
cats
so
you
good.
ever want to
So cool.
see or talk to. I'm telling you.
All right. Why?
When I say the blues chooses you, I mean, you got to go back. Now, here I am speaking for myself right now. It's not that different for Tom either. Here I am like a 12-year-old Italian kid in a Sicilian neighborhood in Trenton. And I started playing the guitar about a year before the Beatles come out. Okay,
Nice.
so the Beatles come out and the guitar explodes in popularity like nobody's business. It takes off through the ceiling. Everybody wants a guitar the next day after the Ed Sullivan Show. But I was ahead of that curve for a little bit. So anyway, it's fast forward a few years. I'm taking guitar lessons, and a friend of mine in grammar school gets me a B.B. King album for my birthday, right?
Wow.
And I was listening to anybody that played the guitar. It didn't matter whether it was rock, country, jazz, whatever. If they played, I was interested to absorb it. So B.B. King album comes across my vision or, sight, and I hear it, and I never heard the guitar sound like that. This talking like to me, it's so vocal. So the minute that I heard that, it was like an explosion, and that's what I wanted to alter my own kind of style to be like or to emulate. That was it.
Yeah.
And that was 68 or so, so.
Well, it happened similar for me, Paul. It's like my father, he mentioned Ed Sullivan Show, and my father was with the, hung out with the Harmonicats of that era.
The Harmonicats?
Yeah, really. And my father played harmonica. He played big, long harmonicas, bass harmonicas, but all different styles. And, we had this music in our life from young age. And my dad, he if you didn't play something in our house, I have 11 brothers and sisters.
Oh my gosh!
There was a piano, the drum set. If you couldn't play, he'd hand you 2 spoons. You know what I mean? So smack them together. You got to make noise. So me and one of my other brothers picked up the harmonica, and we been playing. Well, my brother Michael played all his life. He didn't really pursue it like I did. I was more into the performance side of actually playing. So yeah, it's been like 40 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. I've been playing since I was 5.
How have the harps changed from then to now?
Oh, that's funny because my father had all those harmonicas, but I used to always play marine bands, and I still play marine bands. But what they did in the past, like 10 years, well, I should go back a little further. Before they changed over, I had to like take them apart and take a penny and rub all the reeds so I can get the reeds to move fast. You couldn't play quick notes. You know what I mean? Like you can now. The harmonicas that are built now have the thinner reeds, and they react very quickly. So you can hear all that fast trill work that I do. It was a lot more difficult back in the 70s and 80s when harps weren't up to the level that they're built at now.
Did you need to take harmonica lessons? Did your father teach you something, or is that something that is just in you?
Well, I think I was self-taught. Because even though I had it around me all the time, and my father would be playing all the time, he had the old Mel Bay book sitting around, and there was 101 songs there. So I started with "Row, Row, Row Your Boat" like everybody else did,
right.
And then the Old Saints come marching in, and we just moved on from there. And I think by the time I was about 11 years old, I knew all 101 songs.
Wow!
And then I went and saw down at the Steel Pier. Anybody remember the Steel Pier in Atlantic City?
Vaguely.
Oh, boy. Well, we
the
go
diving
there.
horse.
Yeah, the diving horse. Well, my parents were bringing me to see the Osmond Brothers.
Oh,
all right?
I love them.
All right, but listen to this. On the outside stage, the Allman Brothers band was playing.
Oh, wow.
So my brother pulls me out of the Osmond Brothers show and out to see the Allman Brothers, and I was watching Dickie Betts up there playing. And they had a harmonica player.
Donnie and Marie for you,
and
huh?
I was like, "Whoa, this is what I want to do." I had to chill. I get chills right now from the moment I knew that's what I wanted to do.
And you remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, and me and Paul recently got to meet all these guys on the Legends of Rock cruise.
My
Dickie
gosh.
Betts and who else did we missed? ZZ Top. Them guys. We missed everybody.
Johnny Winter was there. Edgar Winter was there.
Yeah.
Pat Travers, who was big back in the 70s. God, like he says, ZZ Top was there,
Oh, yeah, we just all
some
those
guys from Leonard Skinner, some of the surviving
Can you
guys.
imagine the energy on that cruise?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a
Oh
lot.
my gosh!
Oh
It was a
yeah,
lot.
just walking through the bows of the boat.
Oh, you can't even handle.
Yeah,
I can't even handle that.
It was walking through the bows with underneath all the stages with Edgar Winter, and we're talking about when I opened up for him at City Gardens in Trenton, New Jersey. And I said, "Do you remember Trenton, New Jersey?" And he said, "Yeah, I think I played in Trenton."
Oh wow!
He played every place.
Played everywhere. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I don't think he remembered me.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You had the experience with him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's amazing. And
Yeah.
you remember.
I remember. I remember getting on his bus and him thanking the band for opening up.
Right.
That's
Oh,
when we used to put 400 or 500 people in a club. So it was those days are.
Those were the days.
That's a
Those were the
beautiful
days.
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Tell us about your latest release.
The latest release is just really a culmination of what we're about, which is really live performance. We did the CD, the original Blues in Disguise CD, in 2010, like we mentioned before. And the tunes, aside from a few, are the same numbers on this live CD, but we wanted to present it that way. And we wanted to have the visual part, too. We wanted to have the DVD so you can really see what the band's about from a performance angle. So, really, it's just an extension of the original record.
Yeah, and we added on some of the classic tunes, too, like B.B. King's
Every Day Have the Blues, things like that.
Mojo working,
that we've been playing for years in our own live shows.
Yeah, the show that we saw a few weeks ago was really, really cool. Watching you play the guitar, it appeared to me that you were one with the guitar, and I was just mesmerized watching you. Your eyes are kind of rolled back in your head. You're tilted back, and I could see the notes coming out of your mouth while they're playing with you.
It was amazing.
It was.
It was amazing. Yeah.
I was.
You should try being on stage with them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
you don't hear all the noises that are coming out, too.
No, it was
It's
amazing.
another language that has
He
yet
kept
to
talking
be
about it.
deciphered yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kept
Anthony
talking.
kept talking about what you were doing and how you were doing it, and watching you in particular when you were all of a sudden. I mean, the way your mouth was moving and your body was moving, it was just amazing.
You know, it used to aggravate the hell out of my father. Can't you just stand there and just have a nice look on your face?
This is what's coming out.
This is it, Dad. I'm not choreographing this. It was just it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if I was playing for you right here with an acoustic guitar with no big audience or volume.
That's what would happen?
Did you guys bring your guitar?
Voicing, it's called voicing.
Please tell me you brought your guitar.
No.
I brought a harmonica. That's
You
about
did?
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you brought a
I would
harmonica.
have. I didn't know that we were going to do anything like that, or I certainly would have.
Well, that's
but
how
maybe
the show is. We don't know
You
what
know
we're
what?
going to do.
I have
do
to
that
tell you
another
something.
time.
We just
Be
do it.
You're
happy
going to come back, so
You'd
it's
be
not
happy
going to
to.
matter.
There you
and
go.
Yeah.
then we can do something like that.
Sure.
But in the meantime,
Sure,
I
sure.
would love to hear your harmonica. And that was
There you
TJ Nix, everybody,
Very,
playing
very cool.
his harp.
Very, very
Wasn't
cool.
that great?
It was fabulous, yeah.
That was
Yes,
great.
It really was. Stephen, can you cue up track number 5 on their latest CD over here? Can't Stop It Now?
You can't stop it now.
You can't.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. It's
It's my favorite one.
My favorite.
We love it.
I love the song too. It's when I wrote it. It's every time I get up and on stage and perform it, I feel it all over again, like the first time I wrote it, and it brings me right back to the place I was when I was laying down this melody.
You can see the emotion in you.
Yeah, it's passion. It all comes out.
It really is. I mean, when I listen to this, I just close my eyes and I just,
Really
rock,
get into
rock
it.
with it. Now,
I think everybody's been there at one time in their life
Yeah.
where this song takes you.
What made you write this tune?
Ooh. Well, I don't want to, me and my wife have been together for 27 years, but we do have arguments from time to time.
Okay, well, nothing personal, just,
But,
we all do.
Yep, and, it's, that feeling. You have to, when you're writing music, you have whatever you're feeling at that time, that's when you have to put it down right then. And bring yourself back to it every time you perform it, So, I was just, a little angry, like, what are we doing here? What, it's one of them things in life. What are we doing here? And it's everybody feels like you might you just walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? But
sometimes that's the best.
Yep. But
the best thing you can do.
But I always come back home because I love her. So.
Aw, that's sweet.
I know
That's so
somebody's
sweet.
getting some tonight.
Oh. Listen to this rich, raspy voice.
How about that guitar lick? Mm. When we recorded this, Paul, I said, think of BB, man. Think of BB and put them little stabs in.
And he does it well.
Yes, he does.
Paul, you were about to say something?
Well, a big part of the blues is that call and response, singing the verse, then having the guitar answer it, which this is a classic example of that kind of thing.
Call and response. I like that.
So you have a ton of atmosphere in this song.
Oh, you certainly
It's heavy.
did.
I mean, he says, Tom says how he goes there every time with it. Well, it brings back a lot of certain memories in my life, too.
And feeling.
So this whole song is really being set up for the solo section, which is coming up shortly, where Tom will play a really nice harmonica solo, but he won't take it all the way there. He leaves it to me to explode. Yeah, in this case. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
There's always an explosion.
Does it happen whether you crescendo or he crescendos, or does it just happen on the spot? Do you just know it, or do you say, hey, today I want you to start off?
I might talk about like what he's doing now. He's setting it up for me.
Yeah.
And you know just
and
by
there's
know
times
that.
when
That's
I set it up.
Yeah.
You know what though? It's
We
kind of
talk
like
about it.
partners.
Yeah.
You can't
just know.
Yeah, you can't put it all out there all the time. You got to leave the room for the give and take between the two of us.
Always give
Give and
take.
take.
You got two soloists playing. In normal events only have one. You know what I mean?
So
And
now it'll
we
happen
work it
here.
together.
It's
right
happening now.
Right now.
You want to turn
This
it up?
is the build. Bringing them horns.
And you can't stop these guys. I am telling
What
you.
a
And it's
treat.
still building. You see, that's
Yeah.
the whole thing. It's still building because after the solo, you
Yeah.
can't take it down.
Yeah.
We're trying to get this to build to the very end, and
Yeah.
then it'll come down and mellow
Sort of
out
like
again.
up and
then-
down,
Yeah, well,
up
that's,
and down.
that's what good music is all
a
about.
roller coaster.
Dynamics.
It brings you places.
Without dynamics, it's it's boring.
Absolutely.
I'm sure every one of our listeners want this CD. Where can they get it at? Can they?
Oh, you can get it at CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes. You can download it. You can buy it from our website at tjnixblues.com or bluesintheskies.com. You can either one of those websites will bring you right to a place to buy it.
We're so lucky we actually have your CD.
You were one of the first.
Yeah.
You had it before the actual release on.
Oh.
You may even be
few
able to
weeks
get
ago.
it at Pedro south of the border if you're heading down to Florida. I'm not sure if Tom sent the box to them yet.
That's
Well,
great.
Yeah, well, I believe Megaforce Records and Sony still have it out in distribution right now. The record you're listening to right now, that's you can buy the hard copy of that through them also. But the new CD and DVD, that's through CD Baby. That's more of a digital download kind of a thing. I went more that way on this this release because I found that most of the sales were through digital downloads. It seems like not everybody wants a hard copy anymore.
It's the way it's done today.
They can't
We're
put it
old
on their
school.
iTunes.
You know, we
Yeah,
like
so
something
so am
physical
I.
to put on and
you play it.
look at, and
I
look
still
at
have
the art
it.
and all that
I still
stuff.
have to have a record. I want,
me
I want
too.
it in my hand. CD.
I like everything
you
on
know.
my phone.
You like it?
I
Oh,
like
that's
it all
It's all cool.
downloaded, and it just I can pipe it wherever
on the
I want
iPod
it.
or whatever.
I have it everywhere.
That's cool.
We're over 50. So.
Yeah, you don't look it. That's the way things are going today. Even the automobile manufacturers today, they're not putting cassette in cars anymore.
Right,
and
Right.
There
CD players.
yeah, CDs are becoming a thing of the
You have
past.
to buy an older car then, if you want it.
Now you just plug in your auxiliary cord.
Yeah, but
and-
you can't
Yeah,
look up
but-
on the wall and look at your library. So you can only look at one thing at a time on your phone.
No,
You know?
no. I can look at everything.
You just use your
I
finger,
just
right?
scroll.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
Wait a
you
minute,
Yeah.
that's us. We can only do one thing at a time.
Yeah, no, I do. I multitask. But, I actually do have a question for you guys. And I don't know who wants to answer it, but tell us about, and this is a good question, why Trenton? Why Trenton for your music? We talked about Trenton before, and I know Paul loves this question.
Well, yeah.
So-
Now,
Because
before
I
you
do.
answer, is it Trenton or Trenton?
It's Trenton.
Trenton.
It's
Trenton.
It's Trenton.
It's Trenton.
If you're from Trenton, it's Trenton.
Trent.
It's Trenton. Yeah, I know. All right,
you
so I
can't help but
pronounced
say
it.
it that way,
Yeah.
you know.
That's funny.
Well,
yeah.
why Trenton?
Well, we both grew up in Trenton.
Yeah.
My half of my brothers and sisters were born right on Chase Street, right East Paul Avenue, right in the heart of of Trenton, New Jersey. And then we just moved to the outskirts to Ewing, but we still had a Trenton address for for all my life. And Paul, he lived right around in the same little Italian neighborhood. He
I
lived
grew
right.
up a couple blocks away on off of Princeton Avenue, which is now Martin Luther King Boulevard, and George Street. So that neighborhood was predominantly Sicilian, and then there was a Polish section a little further down.
You can tell he's Italian because he's 12 o'clock and he's got a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, exactly right. That's right. So, I don't know, there's a lot of soul. Italians, our neighborhood had a lot of soul. Really had a lot
Well,
of
you
soul.
have a lot of
You
soul.
guys have a lot of
You
soul.
guys are just soul.
We're just a product of what we came from.
I believe that's
and
true.
Trenton
Yeah.
was loaded with it, loaded with it. So we're just reproducing what, we grew up experiencing. That's simple.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's we played all kinds of music too over the course of our
Yeah.
career. Paul played with Duke Williams and the Extremes, and
Right.
it was a funky
You know,
kind of
it's
thing
rhythm and
going on.
blues and soul,
right?
and it's all like kind of wrapped in there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Did you play disco?
It's funny, but I actually
You're shaking
I
your
love
head.
disco.
Yes.
I love the disco.
I was asking that to be rude.
Original disco.
I loved
I played in a
it.
top 40 band for about 3 years back when I was about 17, 18, 19, 20, right around that age. And that was before I was trying to push my original music. And I played in the top 40. And when I played in the top 40 band, I played whatever they wanted.
As
It
you
was for the
should.
paycheck.
There was we had 80 to 100 songs on our list, and it was every category. So it's like when people came up, we just did what we did.
Don't let
I'm
him
so
fool
glad
you,
I'm
though.
playing just the blues now.
He
because
likes all music.
that's where I want to be.
Well, let me tell you something. The Duke Williams and the Extremes, which
They were
was
funky.
signed to Capricorn Records,
Yeah.
was a rhythm and blues band. Now, where I came in, I succeeded a couple really fine guitarists as T.J. Tyndall and Bobby Hardnagel.
Yeah.
I succeeded them, but Duke's whole approach was fusing the song, the rhythm of the time, which was disco, but with blues guitar solos.
Oh, that must have been fabulous.
And
It was
that
great.
was the uniqueness of it.
What song was that? Funky Broadway? You guys?
Funky Broadway,
Yeah,
I'm in
Funky
heaven again. I'm
Broadway.
in heaven
That's a big
again.
one.
I'm in heaven again.
Bermuda theme from the
Supernaturally
Bermuda
high once
Triangle.
again.
That was a totally innovative
stuff.
band.
Yeah.
So,
See, Anthony, don't knock the disco.
Yeah. Well, it was good.
well, when I hear
You
it now,
speechless?
I almost, yearn for it compared to some of the things I hear today. I don't like
Right.
to sound like some old guy, but I just, well, I guess I am becoming an old guy, but I mean,
no.
the fact of it is that some of it, the better parts of it, was really good, rhythmically, certainly. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I played heavy stuff too. My record that WPST Unsigned Heroes picked up. It was songs like like hard rock, kind of like we were right there with that Bon Jovi era going on, and they went to number 1 and we went to 38. The Nixon and Sidekicks band, and but yeah, that was rock and roll, man. You know, it was just
it's all melted together, you know, all that stuff. Anything you hear is going to come out in what you play.
Right.
Yeah, that was True
It's
Tone
all synthesized through
all
the
music
brain,
is fabulous anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
we love all
it's
music, but
all
you guys
has
are
its place.
you guys are exactly. It does. It all has its place and its time.
We found where we need to be now at this time of our life. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's been a long road, a lot of different music that we traveled through, and I'm glad me and Paul got together again after all these years, and it sat down and actually put these music out, and that was almost a year of us working on writing and creating this product.
Right.
Thank God you guys did get
And
together.
what a magnificent
Time
product.
for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TJ, what do you think about doing a blues tune and mixing some rap in with it?
You know, I've been asked to do that already.
Have you really?
Yes. It's funny because I wrote a rock tune, and I did something similar to that back when the Red Hot Chili Peppers were like really. I met all them guys.
Oh, I
used to.
them.
I used to promote concerts back in Trenton in the early '90s, and those guys. I love the way they infuse their rap into their music. You know what I mean? If I did anything, I can't rap that fast.
Oh no! I think that if you were doing your blues thing, you're doing your blues, and then you had a rapper with you.
Oh, that would be a lot easier for me.
Yeah. You don't need to rap. Have a rapper rap with you.
There you go.
You know, and then you're
Who do we
getting
got?
to two different types of, audiences right there.
I'd be
And-
willing to work with somebody.
Yeah, we probably have some.
We got to find the right guy.
We have some connections for that.
I have a rapper that I met. Remember at our we had that fashion thing that we did
Yes,
for
yeah.
that designer, that up and coming designer.
Yes.
He's right out of Philadelphia. I'm gonna call him.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna call him for
You
you.
can come down to Pool House Studio and see what he's got.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, and he's up and coming. And we met him in the Bronx when we were doing that fashion thing. And wow, that'd be awesome. Getting them together be a great sound.
Yeah, maybe one song.
You know what?
You see Paul's like rap.
One song is all it takes. You see, and it goes
You
to
gotta
a
put out
different
sing-
level.
Yeah, you just put
And
out
you know,
singles. Yeah,
think
that's it.
about this for just a
Yeah.
second. Imagine his fans hearing you guys, because you guys are awesome.
Yeah, and it won't be certainly is not the first time. I mean,
Yeah.
Jimmy Page.
And then you have a whole new group
Did
of
it,
people who are
yeah.
loving the blues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aerosmith did it a
yeah,
long
they did.
time ago.
Yeah.
Madonna did it a long time ago.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, it's not the
But
concept.
who did it
not new.
first? Debbie Harry.
Debbie
Yes.
Harry.
Blondie.
That's right.
Rapture.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Wow.
She did.
And
She
did.
went
I actually liked the way
and
she did it.
she
She was very
did
cool.
it well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did everything well.
Yeah, she was great.
I think
She
if
was.
we had someone come in like that and as a guest, they would fall into what we do.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, they're all-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What has to be done now is we almost have to go back to the same process that we did
Our first record. Yeah.
with this, starting real basic with just he and I and maybe, and then all it started was he and I. He would play a piano a bit so he could play the chords to me, and then I try to embellish it and make it sophisticated a little bit more. And then when we had that, we would bring the bass in.
Yeah.
And then the drums came in, and then we started working the songs.
Yeah.
And then the
there's a whole
songs got
build.
to a point where they sounded just like that, and we went in the studio and knocked them out like bing, bing, bing. There was no wasted time. The time was taken on making sure that
Yeah, the
the
prep work.
vocals were all the way we wanted it to be, and the mix of it was. But we didn't waste time. Okay, let's try this take again. We
We knew what
one
we
or
were,
two
we
takes
knew what we
was
were
it.
recording when we went in. There was
It was done.
It was done. Yeah.
You know what is amazing, and I just realized this now when playing the CD and then going to your show. There was no difference between the live
performance
and the CD. Exactly the same. It's just
note for note on certain parts, and then we also embellish. Like in this song we just listened to, I do a double solo, and then he does. Sometimes he'll run through it twice, maybe 3 times that whole solo section. We'll keep going. If we feel him building, we go with him.
I only listened to it for the first time over the weekend.
The compliment here, though, is that what you did live sounds like what's on your CD, and that is a huge compliment because
thank you.
a lot of times you hear something on a CD and then you hear it live and you're like, what happened there? You know, like
doesn't
what's
sound like the
that?
same artist.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like because they have acoustics and just different things.
Now, if
the
you can't
whole
do it,
thing is
Right.
that's what was so beautiful is that you sound just as good live as you do when you're listening to your CD.
Thank you.
And
You don't want to do something you can't
huge.
recreate.
That's the bottom
That's for
line.
sure.
Yeah, if you can't perform it on stage.
People are expecting to hear
Well,
it.
people know. People
Yeah.
are smart,
Yeah,
and they know, and they
def-
have ears,
definitely.
and they know what they like, and
Definitely.
I know what I like.
I found myself liking when I watched the DVD. I found myself like saying that's better than what we cut in the studio.
Oh, your
But
DVD's
that's-
great.
But that's how it should be.
The
because
live thing,
we had time to play this stuff now live.
Yeah.
We
Then-
also put the DVD. Anthony had it playing. We had it playing in the salon, and it was amazing. People loved it.
People stopped and watched and listened and asked
Excellent.
about you guys.
That's
and,
that's important.
That's what we want.
Yeah, and we told them all about your show and everything. And unfortunately, we had that weather issue.
Wow, how about
So
that,
that
huh?
was- that was yucky,
but
but
the
a lot of
house
people-
was packed in
A lot of
spite
people
of
came.
the ice.
I know.
Which
Yeah.
tells me
we
there
were
would have
worried.
been 50 or 100 more people.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's,
we know there
that's
been a lot,
that was the point.
but it was still packed, so it was a great
Yeah, it
night.
was-
Oh, you had
It
a
was
house packed.
the most fun night out that I've had in a long time.
Yeah, we
Excellent.
loved it.
Yeah.
We loved listening to you guys.
Yeah, we enjoyed that night too.
Yeah. It
We've
was great.
we've got about a minute left. So if people want to follow you, where could they go to where you're performing, and watch or listen to you live?
Well, we play the third Saturday of every month at the Patriots Crossing on Route 29 down in Titusville, and that's with the 4-piece band. I mean, our full band was 7 guys. You saw the blues.
Yes.
Yeah, they were
Those guys.
amazing.
We can't have all them guys playing some of these small clubs that we play in, so we broke it down to the core 4.
Fabulous.
We're booked there for the year every Saturday.
Great.
Every Saturday.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Well, we will
No,
see you there.
every third Saturday. I'm sorry.
Every third Saturday.
Look into our website, and we our big shows we put up. So if you just go
Facebook,
to
too.
yeah.
Okay, Facebook.
Yep.
TJ and
Great.
Paul, it was so great having you.
It was
Thank
fabulous.
you so much.
Thank you.
It was great having you. You've been
Thank you.
listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We'll talk to you next Saturday. See you then.
You'll be glad you did.